Hey everybody, I don't even know how really to start with this video, but this whole situation with COPPA, FTC, with YouTube changing some of the smallest things that could cause content creators, YouTube creators and everything, that will cause them to like almost want to quit YouTube. It's very derailing. It's very upsetting, depressing. It's overall just terrible. Uh, I've gave my thoughts on this multiple times before already, and I feel like this could probably honestly be my last time I'm gonna probably talk about this, unless something big happens that they finally fix this. They finally fix everything that that where it could be the smallest little fix, and everything will go semi back to normal. Probably the only time that's probably the only time I'll probably continue, or not really continue. That's probably the only time I'll make another video of talking about an update on this situation. But I wanted to give my thoughts, my final thoughts about some of the after reading some things about the whole COPPA, COPPA, however you want to pronounce them, and the FCC, the whole ruling that they have against YouTube, and the whole thing, how it all spiraled out of control. It all spiraled out of control mostly because of YouTube. They screwed up. Of their algorithm system. They were accidentally targeting kids. Of like seeing. It's like literally for everybody. They would target on what you're watching the most, and they'll try to put, say, in your recommendations, they'll probably put stuff that they feel like you might also enjoy, or even like advertisements. They'll advertise things that you might enjoy because they notice you watch certain things. And eventually it built up more and more to where they were accidentally targeting kids, and that's when COPPA stepped in. And it took them a while to eventually for all this to finally be summarized, which I had no idea. Apparently, it got summarized about a year ago. This whole situation, and YouTube got sued or fined like $170 million or something like that. It's pretty crazy. So all in all, YouTube did screw up. And now COPPA and the FTC, or whichever, both maybe, they created this block of like rules that don't really make a whole lot of sense of what's considered to be targeting towards kid, or what's considered kid friendly or not kid friendly. Which to me, the reason why, I'll explain the reasons why to me it doesn't make much sense. But like they first originally said that like, oh, your video, like you can't have like the simplest words, like you can't say the simplest words in your videos, or like fun or like whatever or stuff like that. Like simplest little words you can't even say because that's considered kid friendly. And like what you like then they target what, like saying like you can't play video games because that's considered kid friendly, or you can't, your content can't be like with like video game reactions or whatever in video games. You can't make for animators, they can no longer do animating stuff because animation is considered kid friendly. you know the simplest little things, or even maybe I think it was another one was like unboxing videos, because like unboxing could probably be like maybe say opening a toy or something that's considered kid friendly. um and the reason why I was saying before that I feel this is all ridiculous, or even like their ruling doesn't make sense, is because a lot of adults in today's genre likes similar things like that. They like video games. They like unboxing videos. It could be like with Loot Crate or whatever. They like those things as well. Adults like animation, and some animators content on YouTube nowadays are extremely incredibly awesome, and how much effort they put into it. And some of them are more for, you could tell just from the content and the way the animators and the way it's like perceived. They are more for like teens or adults, you name it. some certain animations aren't really meant or targeted for kids, but they're still considering all animations for that, and it's ridiculous. That's why I'm like, the whole ruling with COPPA and everything, the whole ruling that they did was ridiculous, and to the point where they said that you'll get fined like 40 something thousand dollars if your video, a single video, could be considered targeting kids, or kid friendly, or whatever, however they phrase it. And that's why it's just absurd. It's ridiculous. It took me a little while because I wanted to put the words together properly to try to summarize in a comment like of my thoughts about this whole situation towards, like, was it the government, the FTC, or whatever. Like, I sent them a comment finally. I wanted to summarize it as best as I could, and I finally did. And I'm going to read it to all of you of what I exactly put in this comment. Just because I feel like I need to vent about this, because I still think about it and it's absurd. Yeah, I'm still gonna be making content on YouTube. And I'll get into that right now at the moment. But for now, I'll read to all of you my comment that I made, and I summarized it to the FTC, who are like, of what it exactly is. So this is the comment that I summarized. I'm a content creator on YouTube. My channel isn't even that big, but I'm still concerned about all of this. To me, this still sounds all misleading. I started making content on my channel on October 2018. I always wanted to make content, but I never had the courage to start until a year ago. I've been dealing with depression for many years, and I saw making content as a creative outlet to help cope with my depression, and I still do. I enjoy making content, and I never made my content to be directed towards children. My content is meant for all ages. I was even starting to censor my videos because the first thing that comes to my mind of whenever I upload a video is, what if my nieces see this video? I feel like a better solution for all of this would have been to have YouTube create a software similar to Netflix or to Disney Plus, that if anyone would want to watch videos on YouTube, they would need an account, but also a strong, viable way of showing proof that they are over 18 to watch the videos. That way, if kids or teens under 17 want to watch content on YouTube, they would need their parents' consent to make an account for them, and it would also allow the parents to notice and keep an eye on what their kids are watching. I feel like parents nowadays don't keep an eye on what their children are watching on the internet, and parents should be a bit more attentive to what their children watch or what they watch on, not just YouTube, but the internet overall. I strongly feel that this idea is a way better solution than what is happening at the moment. We need a better solution than a 40K fine that would cause people to go bankrupt or worse, and very unreasonable ruling of what's considered for kids and not for kids. And because I just quoted this a couple minutes ago, because there are a lot of adults now more than ever that like video games or collecting action figures or cartoons. Please make a better solution that won't hurt people that enjoy making content, because being a content creator is a strong form of a creative outlet and a way of creative freedom. Thank you. I had summarized that comment, and I don't know if I doubt I'll ever hear back from them, but I summarized that comment, and I don't know, this whole thing is ridiculous. And like I said a little while ago, I'm still gonna be making content on YouTube. I'm still gonna be making content, because like the smallest little things they said that they would recommend that you should do in your videos is at least maybe have a couple swear words or whatever, See, and then I can't say whatever, and it's just ridiculous. And for me, yeah, I'm still gonna be doing this. We'll see what happens. Because it all does is, at the very moment after, I'm not that concerned. I'm just bothered by it. Because it's just absurd. It's ridiculous. Everything about this. Like I mentioned before, I feel like parents nowadays, they don't keep an eye on what their children are watching now anymore on the internet. And the internet has become so bigger over the years to where I feel like the internet is bigger now more than ever. And I honestly feel like it's even taking over. It's even taking over to the point where television is going to become irrelevant. Television is going to become irrelevant because of the internet. The internet is so big that it's getting so huge that people are spending more time on the internet than they do watching television. Um, they are on the internet every day. You know, when they're at work on their break or whatever, you know, they could be on like they are on the internet whenever they get the chance. You know, like and the reason why I'm saying the internet is because like oh yeah like saying oh yeah YouTube, people are on YouTube. Yeah, people are on YouTube a lot, but they are on the internet a lot than in like overall in general. So like I said, I'm still gonna be making content on YouTube. I am concerned, but at the same time, yeah, we will see what happens. Worst case scenario, I don't know. If I get fined, I'm done. I'm done. I don't know, but one of my main concerns about all of this is that the YouTube solution for this was for you to mark your videos as like not for kids, or if it is meant for kids. And about it is like, oh, if it's meant for kids, then your video will be kept an eye on, but it will be recommended for, say, you know, like whenever you try to look it up or something, like, you know, whenever you try to, like, say if it's a reaction video, say if it's a pitch meeting, one of my pitch meeting reactions, if I put the video is eligible for kids, that it's okay for kids to watch it, if kids watch it, if I did that, it will still pop. It'll be able to pop up on the search. If you search it, it'll pop up and everything. But it becomes strongly eligible to where it could get fined or sued or whatever. But if you mark, oh, it's not for kids, it's like more 50-50. You know, you can still get sued. You know, you can still get fined. But when you mark for not for kids, the comment section is gone. You won't be able to really search for the video unless you go to the person's channel individually. And then, like, you won't even get the bell notification anymore because of this. I doubt anyone has the bell notifications on my channel, but it's just ridiculous. YouTube's solution for this is an odd one. I feel like they panicked, and this is what they threw together. They, not just COPPA and FTC, but YouTube as well, needs to come up with a better solution for all of this. And that's why I recommended the idea in my comment that I made towards the FTC or COPPA, whoever reads it, both maybe if they read it. That's why I recommended that idea. YouTube should change their algorithm, their site and everything, to where it's similar to like Netflix or Disney Plus, where you have to have a sign in order to watch content at all. You need to show a proof, like a strong eligible proof that you are of age of over 18. That's honestly really about it. And maybe even add something to where, like, you need to enter in a specific code in order to say like if this did happen. For example, let's say if this did happen, YouTube did this, and let's say everything is fine. Let's say by chance everything is fine, and COPPA agrees. All right, if YouTube does this, then we're fine. You know, they could keep doing what they're like. They could ideally, quote, keep doing what they're doing. Just change their algorithm where they don't really target kids. You know, but they change their site to where they do this, and you know, you're able to remove stuff from your history. You know, you're able to remove stuff from your watch history. So let's say a parent does this, or let's say like a kid asks their parent if they could watch something on YouTube. The parent gives them permission, and they do the whole login on their account. And let's say a kid ends up trying to clear the history of what they watched because they don't want their parents to see what they watched. There should be a way to even protect that to where they can't remove their history unless they enter in a specific code that only the the owner of that account will have, that was emailed to them or something. That's why I feel like they should do, or something like that too. That way the parents can see, like, oh, so why did you remove this from your history? Like, why didn't you want me to see this? Like, that you watch this. Like, this is another perfect, like, I just, yeah. They should, like, YouTube should help try to make a way to help parents keep an eye on what their children are watching, because it is such bullshit. It is such bullshit. In my, like, just like I said in my comment of, I did with a quote. I'm ranting now at this point, but just like I said in my quote that of my comment, parents nowadays don't really keep an eye on too much of what their kids are watching on the internet, not just YouTube, but on the internet overall. But COPPA's main target is YouTube because of the whole situation that happened. I feel like this idea that I threw out there is a way better idea, or not idea. It's a way better solution than just bam, 40K fine. Your videos you can't do this kind of videos and everything. No, they should just do this and be done with it. Because if a parent complains about, like, oh, like, I caught my I don't think this video should have been up on the internet because, like, my child started watching. I don't want them to get, like, all corrupted, or I don't want them watching this kind of content and everything. And if they complain about it, they can simply say, then, why are you letting your child watch this content on YouTube in general? Like, little things like that. That's a simple cover up right there. Some people like to just rant and talk negative on the internet, especially on the YouTube comment section. They'll be like, oh, like, this is terrible, like, or like, oh, I don't want my child watching this and everything. Then don't let your child watch it. It's simple as that. Keep an eye on what they're watching. Like, I'm done talking about it. I ranted long enough. I just wanted to give out my thoughts and my idea that I feel YouTube should do as a solution. It's absurd. It really is absurd. I pray and hope things get better. I hope they fix this. It's ridiculous. It's too much. Because, like I said in the comment, creating content on YouTube is a strong form of a creative outlet and of creative freedom. And if you take that away, it's gonna, like, it's gonna hurt. It's not just gonna, yeah, I know it sounds pathetic and portray, but it's gonna hurt those that do this strongly as a creative outlet. Like, for me, for instance, it's gonna damage, though. It's gonna disarray everything. Taking away someone's creative outlet, the creative freedom. What's next? Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts were on my idea of what YouTube should do. If YouTube should try to do this, the whole little solution idea that I threw out there about they should try to make something similar to Netflix or, Disney Plus, where you need a sign-in to be able to watch content on YouTube. You need an account. You need to sign in order to watch anything on YouTube. Let me know what you all think. I am very interested to hear what you all think about that idea, because I honestly feel if there's a better idea, I am open to hear it. I would love to hear any of your ideas of how you feel YouTube and COPPA and FCC can make this problem go away. That would allow parents to keep an eye on what their kids are watching, and that would help YouTube stop. I'm pretty sure they did finally. that would stop them from, say, targeting children for the whole advertisements and all that. But let me know. I'm very interested. I am very interested to hear what you all have to say. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hashtag save YouTube. Hashtag save the internet. Till next video. Stay true and I'll be too. Laters.